welcome back to the A+axiom tutorials on the teacher's portal. In today's video, we are going to look at how to create lesson plans for the GES. You know, as a GES teacher, this is how you are going to create your lesson plan. So let's get started. Alright, so we go to the professional suite and then we find lesson planning right here. And we have GES, we have OIC because this teacher actually, was part of the two curriculums. And then we click on GES lesson plans here. Now it opens this way. So we select the end of the week. So let's assume maybe the end of the week is, let's say maybe 24th. Okay, let's say 24th. And then week 1, today is Monday. The class, let me say 7A. The subject, let me pick creative art. So we have this strategic liaison right here, which some way somehow has some of the curriculum linked, but not really 100% fit. So sometimes you can just give it a try. If it works, then fine. But later we will have a look at this particular one to make it really structured, the content, because there's a lot of work to get all of those data, very well, straight, and then made perfect. So as time goes on, we'll try our possible best to make corrections on this, but let's give it a try whether something works here. So I have one here. I just picked B7.2.3.1 alright, as a content standard. So we have creative art, and we have the substance, connections in local and global cultures, and we have the indicator code, we have the content standard, the reference is here, and then we have the learning indicators, that is here, performance indicator, that is also here, and then we have the teaching learning resources, so the teacher can put it here, and then we have the core competencies. Yes, I think this is correct. This is correct. Yes, I think this is correct. So you see, I picked this one, and this one is correct, but some of them, may be messing up. And then I have the starter, so this is also here, but as a teacher you have to just work a little bit on that. And then we have the main is also here, and then we have the reflection. But in case maybe you don't want to make this a daily lesson plan, you want to make it weekly, maybe 2 days in a week or 3 days in a week, you can just toggle this, right? You toggle this, right? So this is Monday. So Monday you put whatever that you have in, assuming maybe you go to class on Mondays and maybe Tuesdays. So we put whatever that we want here, and then we now switch to Tuesday. We put also something similar, then we put something similar here, and then whatever that it is, you put it here. Now we leave the rest, and these are just additional details, they are optional, but if you want you can also add them. Right, so this is also a homework or project on the lesson plan, and that you put it in case you want to give the learners homework, you can add it right there. So after we save it, we click save as draft, and then it gets saved. Now we have these tabs here. We have overview, we have my plans, we have scheme of learning, notes, and then my activity. So we go to my plans here, and then I think you can see that this is what we created so far. For today, this is what we just did. That is this. So I'll click on view details, so I can see what I've done. This is what I've done so far. This is Monday, this is Tuesday, and then truly that is what I did. That is perfect. So I should click on submit for review. It has been submitted, so you can find it right here saying submitted on the back. Submitted, right? You can preview, and then you have it absolutely here. That way So you can wait to see whether it get approved or rejected. So how do you do that? We go back to our plans, and then you can see that it is showing us submitted. Right? So let's see one that has been approved or rejected. So you can see this one has been rejected. So you want to see the reason why it was rejected. So we click on view, and then it just says try again. Right? This was a test. Right? It was a test system that was done. So maybe I'll just click on edit, and I'll go and make the corrections. I'll come back to submit for review. So let me see whether there is one that has been approved. Okay, so this has been approved. This one has been approved. So you can see approved on it here. So when you click on view details, it shows that it has been approved. You don't have anything to do again. Right, so that is that for the lesson plans for the GS. I'll end this video here, and I'll catch you up in the next video that is going to be for the Oxford International Curriculum. Until we meet again in that video, the name is Kwame A+, and I'm out. Watch out, peace, shalom, bye bye.